Hey Spirit Ringers, this is a very special video just for you all. So listen up and I'll try to be as quick as I can. We have some exciting things upcoming for the Christmas season, namely the cantata. Before I put out an entire group message to everyone, I want you all to know specifically what my intentions are with regards to your group and help you to understand how important it is that you decide now about involvement. We are going to have the Sunshine Band, a choral representation, the Spirit Ringers, and then soloists as kind of four quadrants, if you will, of the presentation of the cantata. In addition, almost all those elements except for the solos are going to be pre-recorded. If you saw Reformation this past weekend, you know what I'm talking about. And the point is that if we pre-record those properly with enough time, then we can even incorporate some live elements with them. But we don't have to worry about the social distancing and the limitations on numbers and all that. Plus, the cantata itself is going to have to require us to have more than our usual amount of performances. So I don't want to force a whole bunch of people to be involved, even if we were able to do that for that many shows. So you all get to come in, record your parts in advance, and then just come and watch it. So here's the point. We've been kind of on a unusual schedule of Mondays and Tuesdays, with half and half, more or less, working on pieces of music, recording them when we're ready, and then just putting them up as we have availability and need. That needs to, in effect, change a little bit. So starting next week, which is the beginning of November, I'm more than happy to keep the Monday group and the Tuesday group as need requires for people's availability and because we have enough people that want to ring but can't ring all at once. However, we will be working on Christmas material on behalf of the cantata up until the point at which we record. So here's what you need to understand. This is like a recommitment, if you will, to handbells at this point. If you have been ringing up until this point just because you enjoy coming to rehearsals, and when you have something else going on and you don't make it for a week, we get over it and we move on. That's fine, but that's not going to work for this coming period of time. So, to be frank with you, I need consistency now from this point forward through our recording, which is on November 20th. Why that early, you say? Well, because we have Thanksgiving, and then we have other groups that need to record as well, and we have primarily one individual who's going to be editing everything together who needs to get started on those things so they can be done in time for the cantata presentation, which as it stands is already going to be a week later than it would normally have been. So I need to know how many people are interested so that we can tailor whatever arrangements we choose to use to the amount of folks that are going to be with us. If that's two groups, then great. If it is one group compiled because that's all we have available, that's totally fine. If we need to adapt arrangements to use more mallets or bell tree work, we'll do whatever we have to do to make sure that the folks that want to be a part of it can ring. But this is what you need to know. Right now, assuming that we stick with our Monday and Tuesday schedule, that gives us 3 weeks of rehearsals. And then the November 20th date is a Friday, and in effect, we need to be available for the majority of that day at this point to record until we're finished. So you need to be able to commit. I need you to be able to commit to those 3 weeks worth of rehearsals as well as November 20th. And if you cannot do that, then I'm going to ask you to lay out at this point in time. Because if you have something that's going to come up and take you away from our ability to record and rehearse, and we're counting on you and suddenly you're not there, it's just not going to work out. If you are interested in finishing up whatever piece of music that you've been working on with Gene on Mondays or with me on Tuesdays, that's still an opportunity. I don't know exactly what Gene's been doing, but Give Thanks is the piece that we're going to record for the Tuesday group. and I will let you all who are affected by that know more about that in an email. And that's going to actually be used at Thanksgiving. So we're going to get that done early, and then we're not going to be working on any other pieces except for Cantata Christmas until that's over. So that's what I need you to understand. I need you to think seriously about your availability and your willingness to commit to those specific parameters. And then I need you in an email to let me know. Yes, I said email. I know some of you don't like to get those as frequently as sometimes we need to communicate with you, but quite frankly, things are moving too fast and they are unsure and they pivot, and those things are out of my control. So I need to figure out the best way to communicate with all of you as often and as quickly as possible. And email is pretty much the only way that I can do that. I cannot make phone calls. However, I can ask you all who communicate with one another through your social groups to make sure you check on one or two people who you know are in the group and may or may not have gotten the information on a regular basis. Some of you have done that before, and I've really appreciated it. I'm sorry that some of you showed up yesterday for Monday's rehearsal. I know that Jean had emailed last week to let you know we wouldn't be having that. So all I can tell you is keep watch regularly and make sure we have your email address updated so that as anything comes out that affects you, we can let you know as soon as possible, and you'll be aware of it before you make an assumption and it turns out to be wrong. There is no regular routine like normal in years past right now. It's fluid, it's changing, and we're just doing the best we can. So anyway, keep all of that in mind, and then I will send out a larger, longer video later for everyone in the entire department. But this is specific to you so that you know what I'm going to be talking about so that you can make up your mind. And I need to hear back from you by the end of this week. So right now, as I record this, it's Tuesday, October 27th. Basically, if I haven't heard from you by Halloween, I'm going to have to assume that you're not interested. Okay? So please, if you are interested, or even if you're not, just respect me enough to email me back and let me know. Okay? And it's okay. It's not a big deal. We will keep in communication. And if you can't do it right now, there will still be opportunities in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.